Greetings YouTube. Just wanted to take a few minutes and share with you guys a product review or how to repair a spark plug, blown out spark plug thread with this kit. It is a Sav-A-Thread kit made by Stanley and HeliCoil, and it is a pretty good low cost way for you to repair your stripped out spark plug threads on small engines, chainsaws, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, anything like that. The tools that you're going to need some gasket makers, some RTV stuff. I use ultra black. I'm a pretty big fan of that. You're going to need a 3/8 inch ratchet, and the extension will help make it a little bit easier to turn the cutting tap that they have in the kit here. And you're also going to need a hammer, which will help set your insert with the little tool that they have included for that. So let's go ahead and open up this kit. This is the second or third time that I've used it, and we'll see what's in the kit. Looks like they give you three different inserts. They give you a long insert, which will probably be used for automobile applications. Give you a medium insert, probably for small gas engines. Then they give you a really thin insert right here, which is what we're going to use for a two-stroke. We're going to use this on a chainsaw that has a stripped out spark plug hole. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the saw that I'm working on here is a Stihl MS660. Really good saw. It has a lot of hours on it, but cylinder's in pretty good condition other than the stripped spark plug. The ideal situation whenever you're trying to repair your spark plug threads would be to remove the cylinder. However, sometimes some people aren't able to do that. So what I'm going to do is show how you can repair this while your cylinder is still on your saw. So like I said, if you have the means to remove your cylinder and do this off the saw, I totally recommend that you do that, but not everybody has those means. So that's what I'm going to show, is how to make this repair while it is on the saw. Okay guys, so the very first thing that you're going to do if you're going to make this repair while it's on the saw is you're going to want to move the piston up to cover your transfers. And the safest thing to do is to look through the muffler hole and make sure that your piston is coming up, and you could even have your piston where it covers the exhaust port. That would be safe. So I've just rotated the motor over just a little bit right there. Now you can see that it's covering the exhaust port, and it's also going to be covering the transfers. And the transfers lead down to the crankcase, and that's what we're going to keep. We're going to try to keep the slivers of metal from our tap from getting down into the crankcase down below and causing some damage. So, all right, we're going to move around and work on the top side now. All right, I've kind of taken this camera and situated up above the chainsaw here. What you're going to do next is you're going to take the cutting tap that they give you with the system, and to keep it from dropping all the shavings directly in the cylinder, we're going to give it a good coating of grease. So I'm going to go ahead and give this tap a good coating of grease real quick. Alright, through the magic of time here, we now have a cutting tap that is covered with grease. The purpose of that grease is like a glue. It's going to catch the shavings from cutting this, and hopefully prevent a lot of them from going into the cylinder. So what we're going to do next is thread this into the hole. It's got to be straight, and we'll take our time here and try to get it lined up just right. You don't want it to be cross-threaded at all. That would be a disaster. So we're going to kind of work it into the opening here. It shouldn't feel like you're forcing it at all. Reposition that a little bit. thread it on into the spark plug hole there. We're going to get to the point here where it's becoming just a little bit tighter than it is right now. So I'm going to take my 3/8 ratchet with extension here and hook it onto the cutting tab here. And we're going to slowly start working our way down and hopefully cut some threads. Alright, it's just now kind of starting to work. You're starting to feel a little bit of torque. You want to go pretty slow, you don't want to force this at all. But it's starting to cut the, remove some material and cut the threads now. Alright, so now here's the secret. Whenever you're cutting threads with a tap, you don't just want to keep spinning and spinning and spinning. About every one full revolution you want to back out and break the chip. That's what this process is called. So you want to break the chip after you go about a full turn or so. Cut a little bit and then break the chip. Spin your thread backwards and you'll feel the chip break. That way you're not pushing a huge amount of aluminum with you as you go. This tap is still pretty sharp, so it's not having any trouble threading right into this. I don't know if you can tell with that camera, but it's doing what it's supposed to. Go ahead and break out this next chip, and you can feel that chip break pretty easily. Threads here. I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, but most of those chips are just piling right up on the tap, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Still cutting, and we'll back it out again and break this chip off. Pretty good. It's really, I really don't need to break the chip now, and we're not moving much material anymore. I'm just going to finish taking this tap on down as far as it needs to go. It's really not cutting anything else anymore, so I'm just going to finish running it on through here. Which we're done now. I'm going to flip my ratchet backwards. We're going to back this back out. Easy peasy. Our tap comes out. First of all, you'll notice just how loaded that tap is with shavings, and that is exactly what we wanted. So, okay, I'm going to take this tap away. I'm going to get a shop towel, and we're going to clean up this nasty, greasy, threaded mess here pretty good. Got one more little chip right there. If I can get that little guy back out. Alright, now the next part is pretty important because odds are there is some stuff in that cylinder. So before I put the new insert in, I'm going to take a minute or two. I'm going to take this saw over to my air compressor. I'm going to blow some compressed air through it, and I'm going to use a flashlight, use a mag light, and I'm going to look into the, not only in the spark plug hole, but I'm also going to look through the muffler hole, the exhaust port, to see if there are any other shards of metal that are sitting on top of the piston. So give me just a second. We're gonna go put some compressed air through this. sure what you're going to be able to see, but I went ahead and put a bunch of compressed air in there to try to clean the cylinder out, and I'm inspecting it right now to see if I can see any other shards of metal, any other slivers in there. And believe it or not, I don't really see anything that would make me worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and continue with the repair. So, okay, next step is going to be to take this insert that you're going to want to use the shortest insert that's in that kit. The good thing is you can buy replacement inserts for just a few bucks on Amazon. This product is available on Amazon too. Anyway, we're going to take a minute here and put this ultra black around this insert. It's not a true HeliCoil, it's more of an insert than an actual old school HeliCoil. These things work really well. Main purpose of putting this in here is to prevent an air leak on the top end of your chainsaw. Now if you'll notice, there is a knurled portion. The very top part of that has some knurled edges on it, and that's going to be the top of your insert. So what we're going to do once we have that goo on there, we're going to go ahead and insert it into our spark plug hole that has been tapped out. I've got really big hands and there's a camera right in the way, so this is kind of fun to try to get this started in here with 2 fingers. Alright, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put the spark plug back on it just like this. And I'm going to thread it into the hole like that. Alright, got it finished up there, got that insert put in to where it's just below flush of the surface of the head. Reason being you want it under flush is so that whenever you tighten up your spark plug, it doesn't cinch down on the insert. Your spark plug will cinch down on your head. That way it doesn't want to twist out the insert every time that you want to pull the spark plug. So we've got it all sealed up in there. That looks really good. The last step to making this project final, you're going to take your we're going to call this a insertion tool or a spreader tool, and it fits perfectly into that insert. And then we're going to take our trusty hammer, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit this a couple times, and it's going to perfectly spread the end of that to where it will no longer spin out. So put a few good hits on her there, and hopefully you can see what it looks like now. We have a repaired spark plug hole. Super easy. Guys, you can buy that kit on Amazon for 20 or 25 bucks. It's worth every penny if you're working with small engines or you got something that has a stripped out spark plug hole. This is a really nice chainsaw, and it's going to last this guy for a lot longer. So appreciate you watching. Take care.